One time years ago, I was going through my divorce. And to fill in some time and meet some people, on a Friday night I used to drink at the America's Cup bar at the Hilton Hotel. And one night when I was down there, I met this lady called Beverly. She's an absolute stunner. And she was funny. She had no money, but she was a real character. Anyway, as I got to know her, she said, "Oh, you know who my ex-boyfriend is?" I said, "Oh, I wouldn't have a clue." She said, "Reg Varley." I said, "Who's Reg Varley?" She said, "Don't you know him?" I said, "Never heard of him." She said, "Oh, well, he allegedly killed a bloke. And he did time in Long Bay for manslaughter. And he says also the guy that rebirthed all those cars." I said, "Yeah, I sort of remember that." She said, "You know, where they buy two cars of the same model that have been in an accident. One's been in the front, one's been in the back, and they cut them in half and they join them together." I said, "Oh, yeah, I remember that." And they were selling them out of a car yard up in Parramatta Road. They're making a fortune, millions. I said, "Oh, yeah, I sort of remember." He said, he's a big guy. He said, he can be a bit dangerous. You want to be a bit careful." Oh, yeah, okay. One night, walking into the America's Cup bar, she came running out with one of her girls. She said, don't go in there, Reg is in there." I said, "I'm a free man, I can drink wherever I like." Reg apparently was quite annoyed that Beverly was going out with somebody, even though they'd already parted company. So she came running out of the bar. She says, don't go in there, Reg is in there. And he's pretty angry. I said, "Doesn't worry, mate." So I walked in. I was standing alongside this guy, this tall guy. And he had a prosthesis leg and he had a walking stick. And now he's looking down on me. He wouldn't take his eyes off me. So I looked up at him and I said, "Your name's Reg, isn't it?" He said, "That's right, you effing know who I am." I said, "Oh, yeah." I said, "Well, I heard you were going to have me done in." He said, "Where did you effing hear that?" I said, "Oh, round the traps." I said, "Well, one good thing will come out of this, Reg." He said, "Like what, mate?" I said, "Well, a dying man gets one last wish." I said, "Mine is that you take me out of the bar and buy me a drink." He said, "You're effing kidding." I said, "No, I'm not kidding." I said, "Tell you what, how about we turn around there and I'll take you out of the bar and I'll buy you a drink. I'm not a bad bloke, really." He said, "Are you for real?" I said, "Yeah, I'm for real." I said, "Come on, Reg." So about half an hour after that, he said, "Mate, you're not such a bad bloke, you know." He said, "I like your style." He said, "You got some front. You'll make sure you look after my Beverly, won't you?" He says, "Don't you hurt her or do anything to her." He said, I'll be pretty angry." I said, "Yeah, okay." And, which is you going to Giuliana's tonight? I said, "Yeah," which is the Hilton's little nightclub there. So I said, "Yeah, I think I will." So we go in there, we get a little lounge and a table and a couple of chairs, and we're sitting there, there's a whole bunch of us. I'm sitting next to him and I said, "I heard about this car deal that you're doing." He said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "That was awesome. That was awesome." He said, "I went to the can for that." I said, "Yeah, I heard you did." I said, "Why do you do this?" He said, "Oh, I just do it for the money and the game, the whole game. It's like a big chase. So the police are after me and I'm getting away from them." I said, "What did you do in your previous life?" He said, "I used to be an accountant." I said, "Really? Oh, okay." Same night I met Bob Johnson, an old mate of mine I hadn't seen for years, but man, that is another story. So he said, "What are you doing tomorrow afternoon?" I said, "Saturday." I said, "Oh, not much." He said, "I come down the Golden Sheep." He said, "Well, I'll have a drink with you." I said, "Okay, all right." So I go down there, Beverly's there and all the girlfriends and Reg, and there's these real shifty guys. And one of them I knew, and I knew for a fact that he was a drug dealer. And he and Ron were great mates. Anyway, they're going in and out of the car, and backwards and forwards and all this. I don't know what they were up to. They might have been doing drug deals, I'm not quite sure. Next thing I know, Reg goes off his head, comes back, he says, some bastard slashed my tyres. And he had a car, it was a big Lincoln, drop-end coupe, so it had no piece down the middle of where the windows were. Fabulous looking car, black it was. So anyway, I bumped into Reg a couple of times and what have you and so on, and that was about that. He did say to me when he was talking to me, Reg said, he said, I'll never go back to jail again. No matter what happens, he said, I will never ever go back to jail. He said, I'll nick myself first. Oh, well, that's nice. Don't know. So anyway, Beverly and I split up. We're still friends. And she rings me up. She said, she's seen the papers today. I says, no. She said, Reg killed himself last night. I said, what? I said, what's going on? She said, he did a dodgy deal with the Mercedes. It was a bit of a wreck and he over-insured it and he burnt it and he claimed money on it from the insurance company and the police found out about it because they're watching him all the time. And they got him up at Darlinghurst Police Station. While the detective went to the toilet, somehow Reg had a cyanide pill in his wallet and he pulled it out and he took it and he dropped dead in the police station. And that was the end of Reg.